Mike Andrews is more well known in 2023 for his many years of dedication to the cancer fundraising group, the Jimmy Fund, that is organized and supported by the Boston Red Sox. But his appearance in the 1973 World Series caused such a controversy. Some 50 years later, we're still studying it to see if Charlie Finley was at fault or if Satan took over Charlie Finley. Now, before the 1973 World Series, where Oakland was playing to eventually playing the Mets, in a transaction requested by his old manager with the Red Sox, Dick Williams, and despite the objections of team owner for the A's, Charlie Finley, Andrews signed with the Oakland A's on July 31st, 73. A part of his baseball club's postseason roster, he appeared in 2 games of the ALCS, entering both as a pinch hitter. Now, in Game 2 of the series between Oakland and New York Mets, which I watched from start to finish, the infamous plate-to-plate where Willie Mays was begging the umpire to do the right call, Andrews committed 2 errors in a 4-run 12th inning, leading to a Mets 10-7 victory. Now, with 2 outs and the Mets leading 7-6, John Milner's ground ball went through Andrews' legs. Andrews was always known for his good defense, but it was lacking here for the first error, allowing Tug McGraw and Willie Mays to score. One batter later, Jerry Groth hit the ground ball to Andrews, whose throw to first pulled Gene Tennis off the bag for a second error, which allowed Cleon Jones to score. Well, yes, 1 error, but the second one just an error throw. Now, Oakland ordered Charlie Finley, forced him to sign a false affidavit after the game, saying he was injured, thus making ineligible to play for the rest of the series. Andrews' teammates and manager Dick Williams rallied to Andrews' defense, including placing his number 17 onto uniforms with athletic tape as a display of solidarity. Finally, Commissioner Boyd Kuhn forced Finley to reinstate Andrews. He entered Game 4 in the 8th inning as a pinch hitter to a standing ovation from sympathetic Mets fans. Andrews promptly grounded out, and Finley ordered him benched for the remainder of the series. He was given his unconditional release on November 1st, 11 days after the A's won its 2nd straight World Series title. Eventually, Williams left Oakland and basically ended up in Montreal, later on San Diego, got back to the World Series, but the possibility of saying Oakland was going to win 4 or 5 straight World Series was out the window. Andrews never played another major league game. He played ball in Japan in 1975 before retiring. Now, the native of LA had a career batting average of .258 with 66 home runs and a .316 runs batted in average. Of course, he was part of the Miracle Red Sox squad of 67, played with the Red Sox between 67 and 70, played with Chicago White Sox 71 to 73, and again, the Kentutsu Buffaloes in 1975. He was an all-star for Major League Baseball, Boston in 69. Of course, made it the World Series with Boston, the Carl Yastrzemski squad, and World Series champion in 73. Now, he was a good utility player, very comparable to Craig Biggio, but his work with the Jimmy Fund has always drawn a lot of positive attention. Now, his first contact with the Jimmy Fund was in his rookie season with Red Sox in 67, when Bill Costner, then the charity's chairman, asked him if he could meet with a 12-year-old cancer patient. Andrews agreed and spent half an hour with the youth. After the meeting, he talked about the boy's optimism with Costner, who then informed him that the youngster was being released because his condition was terminal and the doctors had no cure for the disease. By 1979, he received an offer from Ken Coleman, the Jimmy Fund's executive director at the time, to become his assistant director. He accepted under the condition that the job be part-time because he was still working for the Massachusetts Mutual Life Insurance Company, which he had joined after his pro baseball career ended. He eventually left the insurance business and served full-time with the fund, becoming its chairman in 1984, and retired from that position at the end of 2009. So Mike Andrews, like I said, decent man, was really fucked over by Charles Finley, but Finley at the time had Hammer to help him, as the old saying goes. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's our latest vintage Oakland A's podcast. If you like what we're doing, give us a like, comment, or subscribe.